So I'm at Adventure Bound Park in Schaghticoke, New York, which is called Deer Run. Now, Adventure Bound is a franchise. It's all over the United States, I believe, maybe just East Coast, not sure. Anyway, we are in the one in Schaghticoke, New York. It's only about 25 minutes from my house. My wife and I, we've been looking for a campground that we might choose to go seasonal at in a few years. The key is this couple of criteria. It needs to be within an hour of home, and it needs to have activities because we still have a middle school to young high school student, and she doesn't like going to campgrounds where you just drink and have campfires. So we figured that right now in our age, we need to have activities and events going on throughout the weekend, throughout the week, whatever, and something for my daughter to do because she loves to camp and she loves to bring her friends. How boring would it be to sit at a state campground with nothing to do but drink, have fires, and chit chat? But again, being close to home is very important because we may want to go there on a Wednesday or a Tuesday and work from there and do all the things. If we have to rush back home, we want to be close enough to do that. So, but my wife is sort of a neat freak. So when we come to Adventure Bound, I'm sold. I'm like, oh my God, this place has all the things, great people, great visitors, and lots of things to do, activities, events, all the things that we were talking about. Very close to home, probably like 25 minutes from home. And to me, it checks all the boxes. My wife's a little OCD. She doesn't like junk. She doesn't like things that look kind of seedy. Adventure Bound has some of that. I must say, there's some campers here that must be 25, 30 years old. I wish they had a limit on how old and raggedy your camper should be. I mean, after all, they do charge $5,800 a year to have a seasonal site here, which goes from April till October. So, let's neaten up the place. Let's tell people this camper can no longer be on our campgrounds. We have people that are looking for seasonal sites and they like it nice. When I say an old 1985 camper that's falling apart, needs to be power washed, etc., it gives me pause. There also are some seasonal sites that are a little junky. People have accumulated junk over time. Looks like a junkyard. And, they have gazebos and tents and junk that they've accumulated over the years. And some of the seasonals look messy. So I wish the campgrounds were a little bit more tight and strict about that. But overall, it's a great campground. I would give it on a Google review 3.5 to 4 stars. And the only reason I would take away from that would be because of it's just a little seedy in some areas. So again, I'm on board. She's not totally on board. She wants someplace nicer. But the really nice places that has a lot of rules and restrictions, they're expensive. I mean, $5,800 is high, but it's not as high as some of the other places like Lake George RV or Moose Hill. Like those places are perfection, but those places cost $10,000 a year, and they're just really expensive. I don't want to put that in my budget, not for recreation. All right, so let me take you throughout the campground. I'll show you some of the things I like, some of the pros and cons, things I don't like. All right, so I was really impressed with the fullness of the campground. Lots of people there. When there's a lot of people at a campground, it just lets me know that it's popular, that people want to be there. Families like to come here and have fun. I liked the wide open roads. You could drive your golf carts up and down it. And speaking of golf carts, it wasn't overbearing like some campgrounds are, but there are golf carts. You can drive your pickup truck up and down these roads if you don't have a golf cart. So I was really impressed. They have cabins, people set up tents, and there's just so much space. Really, really large campground, and I was really impressed with it. So this is just a tour. Some of this I took on my bike, some of it while I was in my truck, but lots of seasonal sites, as I mentioned earlier. But just a great place. Everyone's so friendly. The staff is friendly. There's just so much to do. We're going to talk about that later. Room to park your truck, your car, your bikes, and everything like that. So this is just the front side of the campground, which is really, really nice. Like I said, lots of people. There's no shortage of visitors. If you want quietude, like a state campground, this is not it. This is really for family, entertainment, events, and definitely things to do. So I just wanted to give you an idea of what the roads look like as you drive through the park. Really, really nice. And this wasn't a holiday or anything. This was just a normal weekend that we decided to go camping. Now here's the store. As you notice, it has a mining area for kids to mine. You can buy the bags of mining sand with the different stones and jewels inside, whatever you call them. I don't know. I don't mind. But right across the street from the store in the mining area, there's more campgrounds. But it's a really, really nice store. We spent a lot of time in there. And when you get well stocked, you can get apparel, you can get things for your RV, snacks, firewood, s'more stuff, lots of drinks and beverages. I love a well stocked store when I go camping. I've gone to some sites and it wasn't well stocked and it was kind of annoying. I had to go up. There's the alcoholic beverages, or adult beverages, I should say, and plenty of that. Food, if you forget cheese or hot dogs, snacks for the kids, definitely. Ice, very important. Ice cream, they even have fresh dipped ice cream and sherbet. You can definitely get that there as well. So again, there's my wife and daughter. Oh, an adult lounge. This is just for adults. You have to be 21 to go in here. You can go in there and play cards, read a book, watch a video, quiet time. And that's pretty awesome. Look at that pool table. This was in the morning, so there was no one in there. I usually like to take my videos in the morning, but a full adult lounge just for adults. That's a bonus. Plus for that. And then here's the game room for kids. I just went in there, and this kid on the right here, he was telling me he lost some quarters in there, telling me the whole story. The walkways and the trails throughout are just dusty to me, and that's you just dirty all the time because it's like crushed gravel, dirt. So when a camper comes through, it's blowing smoke, not smoke, but dust all over the place. I really wish that they maybe put down more gravel to cover up some of that dust. Some of the seasonal people that I talked to on my trip here, they said that was the one drawback of having a seasonal site along the road, because all day campers and cars and trucks are traveling through their golf carts and they're just kicking up dust. It's not a good experience when you're trying to just chill on your deck, watch TV, and your stuff is always dusty. I actually saw a lady yesterday power washing her camper, and she just said it's so dusty here all the time because they don't have enough gravel here. It's just way too much dirt and dust. So I have to take away for that as well. Like I said, I would give this place 3.5 stars, and I would be taking away for that as well, just a little bit. Like I said, the seedy seasonal campsites, and definitely the roads are just way too dusty. I just took a shower. My daughter just went to play gaga ball at one of the in the playground, and she was just dusty from head to toe. So invest in some gravel and maybe even pave some of the roads. I mean, it's worth it, and you're getting a lot of money for people to stay here. So definitely do that. So this is what I meant when I was talking about the dusty roads. Not enough gravel, so it kicks up dust all the time. This is mostly just dirt, not enough gravel. So if you're gonna stay here for a weekend, you're gonna be dirty all the time. So this is just a list of events that's going on throughout the weekend. I just love a campground with an itinerary. There's bingo, things for adults to do. They had adult-only bingo, by the way. But crafts and water gun fights and whatever there is to do. They had flag football. Whatever's going on in the campground, there's a nice list of things to do, which is awesome. Great family fun. Now, this is very unique. This is an adult pool area. I love it. You don't see that at campgrounds. Adults, just place to hang out. Tell the kids they can't come over here, 21 and over. You can have adult conversations, adult swim, nothing crazy. Don't get any ideas. You got to keep your clothes on. But it is a fun area for adults to just hang out at. It was morning time. They also have a pickleball court right here as well. Adults love to play pickleball for some reason. Not really sure. But anyway, nothing like a campground with an adult-only area. You don't see that too often. And the signs do say 21 and over. All right, here's the regular pool area. And the playground where the kids hang out. Very nice playground, actually, by the way. My daughter spent a lot of time over there. She actually enjoyed it. The gaga ball pit that's over there. Again, this was early. Wasn't a lot of people in the swimming pool, but 2 pools and more gaga pit, etc. And as this got later, there's my daughter over there on the left, playing. She really plays with people, basketball hoops, places to park their bikes, and that's pretty awesome to have. Again, I love this campground because there's just so much to do, and the kids aren't like under your armpits all day. Food truck was amazing, great menu, Philly cheesesteak, sausage, peppers, and onions, the whole nine. A jump pad. This place was very fun in the rain. It got all slippery and kids were going nuts on there. Here's the water park. As you can see, kids get a great, even in the rain, kids will play in this water park because you're already wet. So you might as well come over here and play at the water park. Later on, you can see the water park. It's right near the pool. So, by the way, you have to be, I think, 16 years old when you're unaccompanied by an adult. So if your kids come back and grab you and say, Mom, can you come to the pool with me? That's why 16 years old is the age. So you want to make sure that you accompany the kids over at the water park. But a great water park, great pool. I love that there's 2 pools, so there's not too many people in one pool. They can go to the other side if one gets too crowded. So I was very, very impressed with that. All right, here's the wagon ride. We love campgrounds with a wagon ride. You know, they're pumping some beats, pop music. Kids get a big kick out of that. That's my daughter with the blue hair there, and her friend with the red hair. And it doesn't go around the whole park, but they have a nice little loop. People wave at you as you're passing by and things like that. It's pretty awesome. Okay, so one of the things I do want to say about my checklist is the restrooms. I love a campground with clean public restrooms because I don't like using the camper restroom. I usually travel with all women, girls, and they just dominate the bathroom with doing hair and taking long showers and et cetera, et cetera. I just rather like go do my number 2s and shower in the facility. So it's important that they're clean. Adventure Bound bathrooms were very clean. Now, this might be a small thing to you, but not only did the showers have hooks to hang your bags and your towels, but they also had trays to lay your soap in and your washcloth while you're, whatever. But my point is that a lot of the showers at campgrounds just has the shower. No place to put your stuff. You wind up putting your bag on the unsanitary floor. No hooks, no benches, nothing like that. So kudos, A+ for the bathrooms at Adventure Bound. That's really, really important to me. And as I said, very, very nice, clean restrooms. Spick and span. I hate a dirty restroom at a campground. And I don't care what time of day it is, the staff needs to get over there and clean that up. The showers had hooks, benches, place to put your bags. You didn't have to put it on the floor. So good job, Adventure Bound, for keeping clean restrooms. Yes, they do have dog parks. They have 2 dog parks. And like if your dog is skittish around other dogs, take them to the other side. If you want to take them off the leash and hang out, please clean up after your dog. They got poop bags over here, hand sanitizer, the whole 9. So my dog doesn't like dog parks. She says, keep me on the leash. You let me off that leash, I'm going to get skittish. So let's talk about the cons of this campground. So I'm showing you this area because everything beyond those trees right there is the old campground. Okay. Then when you cross the road and look over this side is where the new campgrounds start, more seasonal campsites, and it's only been a year since they put the new campsites in. So I just want to say my campsite wasn't the best. It was a little tight. Look at all the trees. It's my wife's car, the white one, the red truck is mine. Not a lot of room. So backing into that thing, and I could not get to the utilities. And I'm going to show you some pictures that, basically very far away. So this is the back of my camper here. I had to put the fire pit, my tent here, and way back there was the utility. So I had to get an extended rhino hose for the sewer, extended water hose for the water. It wasn't cool. But I did tell the front desk, I'm not going to complain. I'm not going to take reduced stars for them. They know there's some issues there, and they are going to take care of them. That was really the only things that I had a problem with was how far the utility was from my camper. I can't talk right now. Other than that, great campground. I would definitely give it 3.5 to 4 stars on a 5-star Google review. They fixed some of those area with the camping area with the utilities, and yeah, you shouldn't have to extend it that far. Other than that, I don't have a lot of complaining, and I think that they'll get these things fixed. I'm very happy with it. Again, it's just showing you how close the tree was to my camping area. But other than that, Adventure Bound, Deer Run, good campground, highly recommended for families. You guys take care.